It's a very peaceful day in Houston, Texas. I know this doesn't really look like Houston, Texas, but this is we're in Texas here, and it's actually a very, very, very nice day today. Usually it's very hot and very humid, but winter is getting close, so I decided I would go and take a stroll and take you guys with me. Um, Basically, I don't really know what to talk about here, but I do want to mention a couple things. And that is, I used to be very, very stern on myself and very hard on myself to the point where I pushed away people who really wanted the best for me. And I pushed them away because of my innate desire to achieve. And it felt like I wasn't worthy to be friends with these people or be in a relationship with these people um, if I wasn't the man. In society right now, there's a really big push for getting success really, really early and making a lot of money. Um, there seems to be a very common theme around internet money, which is how much are you making a month? 10K a month, 15K a month, or 100K a month is the new 10K a month. 10K a month is pocket change, and this is not the right way to place value on how successful you are. If you are a young kid, a young woman, a young man who feels like they are not enough because they don't make enough as other people, because you compare yourself to, other people that are making a lot more. I've been there and I understand, but this mindset has put me in a very, very dark place before, and it has really pushed away a lot of my friends, and it has pushed away a lot of feelings that I had for people. Because again, I felt like I wasn't worthy of anybody's love or anybody's attention if I wasn't making a lot of money first. And I was kind of able to reach, and touch that amount of money. And it's really just like clockwork. Everybody says the same thing. But as soon as you reach that amount of money, you start realizing that it's not about that. It's not about the materials. It's not about anything materialistic. There's more. There's another reason for why you should want to achieve. And it's not because of money. I promise you, if you're doing it to reach 10K a month, reach 20K a month, and I guess show off and be on the other side of that comparison where people are now comparing themselves to you because you're making a lot more than they are. Being on that other side is actually not that fulfilling. People don't really understand, people don't really talk about this, but there's a whole nother rat race after you escape the first one. Sure, in the beginning you try to escape by, leaving your 9 to 5, leaving your minimum wage job, but once you start making some sort of other money, especially Wi-Fi money or online money, you fall trapped to another race. And that is, this guy's making more money than me online. How can I compete? And this puts you in a position of wanting more, always wanting more. And it's a never-ending cycle with yourself. And this cycle, although very powerful to achieve, is very mentally draining. And for this reason, I think that you should take a different approach when you have a desire to achieve and always want more. Because that desire, if you are an entrepreneur at heart, constantly put yourself down because you're not where you want to be. There's a couple things that I would suggest. One of those things is, first of all, actually achieve that thing that you said, well, once I get this, I'll be happy. Once I get a mansion, I'll be happy. Once I get the Lambos, once I get the girl, once I make 10K a month, then I'll be happy. The first thing you have to do is actually reach that. And you'll come to a realization. it didn't make you happy. And it can't make you happy. Because these things, whether you like it or not, are very superficial. And it happens to everybody. Maybe it happens to somebody 5 years down the line of having everything, 10 years down the line. Maybe it happens the instant that you get it. But it will happen to you that you will realize that it's not about making money. It's about having freedom. It's about having time. And it's about having a family, community, and friends. Those are the only things that you should realistically try to achieve long term. Because I promise you that there is nothing worse than having all the money in the world and having left all your day ones, having left your family, pushed everyone away, and you're stuck by yourself with a pool of money. When people say the rich aren't happy, it's not necessarily true. Money can buy happiness because money means less financial problems. The problems that you deal when you're broke are very harsh. Your car breaks down, you don't have enough to pay for it. You can't pay for rent, you're living paycheck to paycheck. These are problems that suck. But the more money you make, these problems go away. But that doesn't mean that all the problems go away. Just because your problems of being broke go away, which kind of stand out from other problems because they hit so deep. Not having enough money to pay for something, it hits pretty deep. It hits pretty bad. I remember one time I went on a date, and on this date I had $40 in my debit card, and I took her to dinner, and every single thing she ordered just hit me like a knife. Like, man, fuck, please do not let it go over 40. And it did. It went over 40, and she had to pay. And this was pretty hard. This was pretty hard because I believe that a man should pay for the first date. And it was pretty hard because I could see the enthusiasm in her face go away. It stung really, really deep. And these are problems that when you do make money, it's obviously going to go away. But new ones will start coming in. And to be honest, you kind of have to choose which of these problems you're okay with having. Are you okay with having the problems of running a business, or always being stressed out and working 24/7? Or are you okay with the problems of every now and then not being able to pay for something? Now, obviously, it's not a dichotomy, it's not either or. But I'm just giving you guys an example here. This brings me to my next topic, which is do not glamorize people, especially people online that claim they make a lot of money, these gurus, or really anybody that has a great body, or teaches mindset, or teaches you how to live because their life is better and they're constantly traveling, or they are constantly going on adventures. People only post their best moments. And social media is a trap because social media is designed in a way to keep you comparing yourself. Social media is designed in a way to keep you on their app every single time. And they do this by implementing strategies and algorithms specifically tailored to your insecurities and your desires. Specifically tailored to who you are, so that you stay and compare yourself with other people as long as possible. Because the more they can keep you on the app, the more they can sell you with ads. And realistically, social media is getting taken over by artificial intelligence to a point where it's getting very, very difficult to decipher what's real and what's not. This video could be AI. It's not, but it could be. It's getting so good to the point where it is literally unrecognizable from reality. Go outside. Go talk to your friends. Put your phone down. Delete Instagram. Delete Snapchat. Delete all this shit. And go hug your friends. Hug your family. Everything on social media is not real, especially now. I always say that there's one big cure to depression. Now, obviously, depression is a very complicated topic. But if you are feeling depressed, I promise you that leaving social media behind and traveling somewhere, being on the move, it will never catch up to you. If you're constantly on the move, it cannot catch you. If you're sitting still, cooped up in your apartment, always scrolling, bed rotting, brain rotting, well, what's going to happen? Because you're still that snail, the snail of death, the snail of depression is going to catch you. And when it does catch you, you're not going to want to get up and move. It's going to make you want to stay there even longer. If you're constantly moving and constantly going on adventures, meeting new friends, traveling to new countries, it cannot catch you. It's impossible for it to do that. The only person that can really change your life is yourself. And it sounds corny, but you cannot ever, ever change your mind from someone else unless you are willing to change yourself. Fuck all the online entrepreneurship. Fuck all of that shit. I mean changing to be a better person. Not to be greater, not to make more money. To be a better human being. To let go of your addictions, let go of your bad habits. You cannot be forced to do that, ever. And I hope that you're not forced to do that. But what I do hope is that when you notice something going wrong, you'd recognize a pattern and you realize yourself that you need to change it. Because no matter how much motivation you watch, no matter how many YouTubers, no matter how many people in your life tell you to change, you're not going to care. Because that desire inside you hasn't changed its mind. Only you can do that. That's it.